everyone, and welcome to Zest with me, Shel Marie, the podcast that'll take you on a journey from the hustle to the harmony, fueling your passion whilst finding your peace. Today, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome the incredible Thooba Nihaal, the co-founder of the Soul Odyssey and a profound journey inward, and a soul Connect Facilitator whose intuitive, heartfelt wisdom invites people back to their truest selves, which I'm excited to find out more about today. I do not know what's going on with my words. She's also a co-author working alongside the deeply inspiring Dr Farhan, a visionary psychologist who I've already had the privilege of collaborating with previously. They are both the creator of the Advanced Soul Chemistry, a transformative framework decoding the 6 core brain chemicals that shape how we think, feel, and love. And today she will share with us how she weaves science, soul, and truth into an experience that sparks deep healing, alignment, and clarity. I am so excited for you all to meet her. She is so lovely. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Shel Marie. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. I'm really glad to be here and grateful for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to our soulful conversation today. I think I would like to share how everything unfolded in my life, because it's all connected to my transformation, how Soul Odyssey and how the book, everything came into being. So there came a moment in my life where everything outside looked perfect. I had the thought, I had the life I thought I wanted. Things were going exactly as I had planned, and everyone around me was happy. And I myself believed I should be happy too. But somewhere inside, I wasn't. And that was the most confusing part, because when nothing is wrong outside, but still it feels something is incomplete inside. And that's when I began noticing many small things in myself, like my thoughts, emotions, reactions, layers I had never paid attention to. I realized I was living more for expectations than for my truth. And I was doing things because I believed I should, not because they came from my authentic self. At that time, I didn't have big goals like self-discovery or inner healing. I just wanted clarity. I just wanted to understand why I felt disconnected from myself. And that's when I met Dr. Farhan, and I started sharing my experiences with him. And I thought I would just get my answers to confusion, but the journey became something much more deeper. Slowly, I started seeing the real me, not the roles I was playing, not the identity built by my upbringing, not the versions shaped by comparisons, approval, or fear. I realized that my inner child, the part of me that wanted to feel free, alive, creative, had been silent for so long. And I mistook those silence for my strength or maturity, but actually it was suppression. And all along, I used to think I was making my own choices, taking my own decisions, but I later understood I was living through the lens of how I was raised, what was expected from me, and what I thought would keep everyone happy. And that's where many of us struggle, because we learn how to speak, how to behave, how to do well in life, but we are never taught how to listen to ourselves. And we think that happiness is something we get from people or achievements, but we often forget that if you're not happy from within, nothing from outside can fill that space.
Wow, powerful words. And more than all that you just expressed, which we are 100% going to unpick, you shared so much already. I know that a big part of, because you're aligned as well, what you and Dr. Farhan truly believe in is collaboration. And I love that what you said, you went to him, not to be saved, not to be this, just to get some clarity, have a discussion. And he, I believe, saw the true you before you saw the true you. And this is often, if you really listen to most people's stories, it's not saying we need to seek someone that sees us first, but often when, we're often doing this journey by ourselves, and we don't have to. We can find these incredible people that will uplift us, bring the best out of us, not save us. And I believe that's what he did. He truly saw as you say with your Soul Odyssey, the soul essence of you, and yeah, just really helped you start to see it yourself, which is really beautiful. I know you're on a very powerful journey together. You've got so much that you're co-creating, co-authoring, co-founding, which is beautiful. And I know you're only just getting started. And yeah, so you've shared already the start of your journey. What was that moment like when, someone that you ultimately went to for clarity had that kind of, I'm guessing it wasn't just one discussion, it was an unfolding, and basically said, I really want you to be a part of this. I believe there's something we can create together. Like, how did that make you feel inside?
For the first time, I would say, like, somebody was seeing me, the true me. I never thought that somebody will understand my feelings better than me. Like you said, he actually saw through me.
Yeah.
So it was difficult first to accept that, oh, is this me? I don't think so, that's me. I actually took so much time to accept the fact that the potential he sees in me, and he's ready to collaborate with me, is something which I never expected. I was like, okay.
And I think, just from, as I said in the introduction, collaborating with Dr. Farhan previously in the past, he has this way of seeing beyond what you, like what we've just said, what you can comprehend, what you can see, what you're very much focused on in the now. Like, I remember we did this presentation to really support mental health, and even I remember when he shared all the feedback with me, it was very much like, you have like a double take, like, is he talking about me? And he just has this way, and it's not inauthentic, you really feel it, but it makes you, it really shows the power of being around people that uplift, that inspire, that motivate you, and that speak about you in rooms when you're not there. And that's really powerful. And I feel like you have a very, very, not just, he's not a mentor, you are 100% collaborating, but you have someone there that's very strong, powerful guidance for you. And I know that you too, he speaks very, very proudly about you and all that you bring, because I know a lot of it you've incorporated into your business as well. So do you want to share a little bit more about the science and the soul? There's a particular framework, isn't there?
Soul Odyssey, the science of oneness. That thing,
yeah. But you also, let me just make sure I wrote it down right. It's the advanced soul chemistry.
Yeah, that thing was actually done by him. It was
sorry to confuse that. So the 6 core, but okay, but obviously it all weaves into one anyway, doesn't it? So I would really love to know, like, how would you define oneness? What does oneness mean to you?
Okay, so oneness is about being complete and whole as an individual. It's not being selfish or isolating oneself. It's about standing firm in your own completeness while connecting deeply with others. Whereas belongingness, on the other hand, often comes from a place of incompleteness, which can lead to dependency. So imagine a weighing scale. When both sides are whole, the balance is effortless. But if two incomplete individuals meet, the scale tilts, and one may end up overcompensating, sacrificing, or carrying more to maintain that balance. So oneness, however, transforms the dynamic. When two complete individuals come together, their connection is one of mutual growth and harmony, not dependency. It's about both souls growing together and finding balance naturally.
Absolutely. Well, that was beautifully explained. And I know that not only for me, but for a lot of people, this is something that, is quite a tricky thing to first comprehend, because I think, for example, dating, it's just an easy example. Yeah. So you see someone, you generally, we know we're normally attracted to them, first of all, physically. And then obviously we start to get to know them. But before that, I believe we start creating, based on what we see, a much more amplified version of the
Mm.
person, and we create a sometimes and often very big expectation for someone who didn't actually show those qualities. And
Yeah.
I believe like what you've just expressed is literally being in the moment, in the present moment. And like, for example, now our connection now as two people, not now me thinking, oh, she's this, she's this, she's this, she's this,
Mm.
because I'm already creating something that if that person isn't able to fulfill it, I'm disappointed. But they never said they were that to start with. And I think this is something, not just in relationships, in friendships, in business, everything. We have to, and sometimes it's, we really want to see the highest version in someone, but we have to be in the here and the now and see them exactly as they are. And if they present qualities that maybe aren't in alignment with us, or something that we don't really want to tolerate, we don't really want to absorb or be around, we have to make the decision. We don't change people. People choose to change themselves, and we
Yeah.
have to accept them fully as the person they are, or see what type of role we want them to play in our lives. And I believe that that's also a part of oneness. Would you say that?
Yes, like you said, we often mistake control, like, no, we try to control the other person,
Yeah.
while the word control itself is only for to be done on ourselves, to control our minds, our thoughts. But we end up controlling others to, fulfill our expectations,
Yeah.
or to fit our expectations the way we thought the other person is. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a very slippery slope. And it's not at all saying there's anything wrong with online dating, but I think, like, for example, looking at someone's photo and a write-up about them can be very risky business. Like,
Yeah.
straight away, they might just have a picture next to a car in Dubai, and it's like, oh, that's his car. He never said that was his car.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking very, like, dating and stuff, but I think sometimes it's nice to have tangible examples that people can relate to,
Yeah.
especially when we talk about things, that are quite out there and beyond. And even the word soul has very different meanings to many people. But essentially, I think the big message I feel about Soul Odyssey, and you can expand on this, is really going back within, really going back to self. Okay,
Yeah.
who am I?
Mm.
What are my values? Stripping away all the things we were told about ourselves. You are this, you are this. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Okay, who am I? And I think often we don't know. It's
Yes.
it's a long process. It's not like,
Yes.
okay, today, no, I know who I am. No, it's like you still, even in the moment, I think it's an ongoing journey. Something will come up again, and then you have to have that whoa, whoa, whoa moment. What? Stop. Why am I reacting to this now? Why am I behaving like this? And
Mm.
I really believe, which is why I think you created this movement, I believe, and call it a journey, because it's not a journey. It doesn't say it's the destination.
Yes.
It's an
Yes.
ongoing journey. And yeah, so in regards to it being a journey, how do you support and take people on that journey without, you know, like, do you use questioning, like, without making them feel like they have to, like, link themselves to something? Do you understand what I mean? Like, when we share something and then people are like, oh yeah, that's me, and we all try to latch onto something again to,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, how do you keep people again going back to self, not being like, oh yeah, that's me, trying to still find something to find identity, and instead be like, okay, no, I relate to a little bit of that, I understand that, okay, yeah, like take it for themselves rather than again still trying to unconsciously latch onto something.
Mhm. Yeah, but I think it's like you said, it's a journey. It doesn't happen like right away,
No.
because right from the day we are born, we come to this world with, identities, like you're someone's daughter,
Mm,
someone's sister. So imposed identities, they start imposing identities right from your, like right after your birth.
yeah.
So it's very difficult to peel away all those conditionings and identities. It takes time. And also, after you have been living your life through some different identities which is not you, it becomes very hard to, difficult to accept the real you
Mm,
sometimes, because you get comfortable with how you were living all along.
absolutely. And even down to friendships, things like that. Like, because again, we were almost um carrying out a version or something that we didn't know, we didn't quite associate with. Again, it's almost like a grieving process, not only for you, but for your friends as well. Because when you change, but you're not changing, it's hard for other people to accept as well. It's like, no, but you always did this, or you always was that person. And even though it's not always said aloud, it's not only like a deep process and intense journey for the person. It's almost like sometimes everything around you is collapsing
Yeah.
as well. Which again, you can see how you're like,
Yeah.
okay, no, this does not feel safe. This does not feel nourishing, does not feel good. Like, I feel like everything is crumbling right now. I need to grab back onto it. But then, as you will know, you know that you're never that person, because without saying, but like you almost had a mask on and was just kind of doing it
Yeah.
just to be accepted, because we are people that want to be in communities, we want to be around people, it's very tribal. So yeah, it's a very odd and intense process. So I'm not assuming, but I'm guessing having a community, having something you're building, also provides like-minded individuals going through that, people you can have those conversations with, which I think is super important. Um, so yeah.
As I said recently, I went through this journey myself. Like you said, everyone around me started seeing the change. I didn't go and say that I was going
Yeah.
through some changes, but everybody could feel it. But I think when you actually go back to yourself, your true self, people actually like the energy
Mm-hmm.
you have, and everybody wants to be in your company, because
Yes.
when you start uh, living the life with yourself, like the self which you are beneath all these layers, people actually like to connect with that, not with this fakeness and all that. But
Absolutely.
we often think that people will like if I do for them, and we keep pleasing them, we keep
Mm,
going
mm.
behind them. But once we stop and we focus on ourselves, things actually start aligning themselves, and people actually approach you by themselves. It becomes very easy,
Yes.
and it was very surprising for me, because all my life I thought I have to do things for people,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll come back to me, or they'll approach me, or they'll be with me. I had
Yes.
that fear. So
I think once again, you've just really highlighted some very wise words, because it's a process, it's a journey. And naturally, like when you have been, say, the people pleaser, you have been the one that extends yourself all the time, the one that, feels maybe unwell, but still shows up because that's the right thing to do, because that's what we've been told. Naturally, it does crumble. But like what you said, anything that's in alignment with you and your true values, the true core of you, the people that truly, really love you, they always, it always comes back round. And like what you said again,
mhm.
you're almost like, oh, okay. And so for anybody that's maybe going through this, I think it's really important to mention this. Trust the process. Trust the
Yeah.
process. Don't it's not saying give in, because I think once you're listening to things like this and you're awakening to things like this, you're kind of already starting the journey. So it's
Yeah.
not like you could just listen to a podcast like this and just be like, that was nice to listen to. Like it starts to create seeds in the mind. You start to get curious about things. So yeah, I just think it's super important to just know that you're not alone. A lot of people have gone through this process, and that we have incredible people like you that you can, I've got all your details in the show notes that you can reach out to, ask your questions, and just be curious. You don't need to make a decision. There's too many things in life. It's like this or it's that. It doesn't have to be this or that. We can be like this and okay, and just be curious, just be interested, and yeah, just embrace the journey. Not run. I think we're always running towards like the destination, but then what happens is we get to the destination and then the destination goes whoop and then we have to run some more. So
Yeah.
it's been really beautiful speaking with you, and obviously if there's anything else you'd like to share about all the incredible things you are creating, your book, your anything that you're doing right now, because I know you've got a lot of incredible projects happening.
Yeah, like I would like to talk about something which is part of a book, and also you actually said this line like, why did I feel that way, or why did I behave like that? You have wondered, right? So there's a very simple reason behind it. So I would like to share that.
Yes, please.
It's the thought, feeling, behavior cycle. And most people in life live life, sorry, most people move through life without realizing that every emotions they feel and every behavior they show actually begins much earlier with a thought. So the thought, feeling, behavior cycle simply means a thought appears in the mind, and that thought creates an emotion, and that emotion turns into a feeling, and that feeling finally shapes how we behave. So I want to clear something that a lot of people get confused about: emotions and feeling. They do sound similar, but they're quite different. Emotion is body's alarm system. They're automatic, instant, and biological. Body's and brain's way of reacting to the surrounding. Emotion happens to us, we don't create them. Whereas feeling, on the other hand, is what we make of those emotions. They are mind's way of interpreting what is happening in our body. And that interpretation comes from our past, our memories, our beliefs, and the meaning we give to that emotion. So I can give you an example here. Like, imagine you hear a sudden loud noise. Your heart beats fast and your body tightens. That's fear, an emotion. Your body is simply alerting you. But what happens next depends entirely on the meaning your mind creates.
Yes.
If you think somebody is angry, you feel unsafe. If you realize it was just a door, you feel relieved. If you judge yourself, like, I always get scared, you feel embarrassed or weak. Same emotion, but three completely different feelings, just because the meaning changed.
Absolutely. And just to add to that, I think that's really powerful what you've just expressed. I actually, you've put that in really beautiful, tangible words, but something that I remember experiencing years and years and years ago with, at the time, I think, I was early 20s, and I was with someone who basically was in the army. So he went away for 6 months and used to come back. And something we would always do is go and watch fireworks or celebrate, things like that. And I remember the first time he came back, and I really organized this, what I thought was going to be an incredible, like, welcome back. It was a new year. And I remember it was in London, and obviously I thought, let's go to the biggest, best fireworks, like, to really say, like, I missed you and welcome back. And you already know what I'm about to say. It obviously brought up a lot of trauma in him because of the sounds, not because of the beauty, not because of the experience. And I felt that. And, I remember we didn't even have a conversation about it, but I just intuitively knew that, oh, wow, Shelley, you really didn't think about this. You really didn't think that, what he hasn't wanted to share with you, what he's like. It's making me feel a bit emotional now, think about it. But
It's
And
fine.
it's just, again, two completely different people's perspectives, not necessarily being not compassionate to the other person, but just not really thinking sometimes. And in that moment, every single person there would have had a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think that's really powerful what you said. It's like even down to smells as well. You could smell a perfume and you could be taken to your grandma, something like that. Whereas someone else could, be very much in the here and now of like, oh gosh, that's strong, like completely different experience. But that could make you feel really emotional, really overwhelmed. But again, it's I think it's, yeah, I completely relate to what you're saying, and I think that's really powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So here's something even more interesting, which I learned in my journey. It's not only the meaning we give to emotions, even the meaning we give to words we use in everyday
Yes.
life changes how we feel and how we behave. To understand this better, I'll explain this with word care, because this word is something which like I had a different perception or different meaning to it. So I would like to
Yes,
say about
yes.
this. And also, it is one of the most misunderstood word in relationships, because many people mix up care with control. They do things in the name of care, but the intention behind it is fear, insecurity, or need to control.
Mm,
Some people believe if you care about me, you should do what I think is right. Or if you don't listen to me, you don't care.
yeah.
And and
Conditional.
there's and there's another side to this. Some people completely sacrifice themselves in the name of care, losing their identities, boundaries, and emotional space because they think love requires that.
Mm,
And both the extremes create emotional imbalance, because the moment care comes from fear, insecurity, or control, it stops being care.
yeah.
Whereas real care is simple, it is understanding, it is presence, it is giving someone the space to be themselves
Mm,
without forcing them to fit to our expectations.
yeah, absolutely. Um, and I think that definitely is something that we all have to constantly reassess, go back to, okay, why am I doing this? And even even down to what we upload online, like, okay, am I actually doing this? Like, am I happy if I put this up right now and not even one person acknowledges it? But I felt
Hmm.
like it's something I want to express. And I think that's really hard because I think when we really pull back everything, are you doing it for attention? Are you doing it for, whatever it is?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't want to keep going this deep, don't want to keep really question everything. But I think the more you do, the more, again, you really start to understand yourself and your
Yeah.
real true motive behind things. Like, okay, am I putting this up for someone to feel sorry for me? Am I putting this up to make people feel empowered and uplifted? Because it's a very different emotion, a very different vibration. And going back to what you said, we can't control that. We don't know. Even the imagery could create a completely different thing separate to what we are putting up. But yeah, like, I think we just have to always honor, okay, why am I doing this? And if I was to get this reaction or this response, would I still be okay with that? And I think it's
Mm,
it's quite hard for a lot of people to really face that mirror.
yeah.
Um, it's been
Mm.
amazing speaking with you. I know there's so much more. Obviously, if there's anything else you feel like the audience would really benefit from hearing right now that you would like to express, feel free.
Yeah, and like you said, so at the end of the day, everything comes back to meaning, like what we give to our emotions or words or our versions of work or anything. Like our thoughts is creates our emotions, and our meaning is what shapes our feelings, and that our feelings guide our behavior. So when the meaning changes, everything changes. Like you said,
Mm,
why we are doing this exactly, like maybe this, maybe that, but whatever
mm.
meaning you give is what it will vibrate on its own. So yeah.
Absolutely. And something really, really like I felt was a really game changer for me was because, we listen sometimes and we hear, reactive, be responsive. We hear all these different things and they sound like, yeah, that sounds really great. Yeah, I don't want to keep like sending that email or calling that person up. I don't want to be this person anymore. But as we said, it's a journey, it's a process. So, you
Yeah.
can't be that person that's literally programmed and did that for most of your life and then one day say, nope, I'm not going to do that now. Like that takes a very strong person.
Yeah.
And I remember being like hearing about this like, reactive behavior and it kind of takes your power away because in a way you are when you're something happens in that moment you are and you just let it all out. You might feel in that moment like, yes, I told them, but actually how many of us then go, oh, actually, and we start thinking about it. And then we get guilt, we get whatever. Okay, not everybody, just talking aloud here. But I remember someone saying, you can write that email. You can do that voice note, not ring, voice note. You can create that response. You can go for a walk and shout at, on the top of the hill or something. Whatever you want to do. No one's saying, no, I can't behave like this anymore because then that's suppressing. Let it
Mm.
out. Let it out. Go to that boxing class. Do whatever you need. No one's telling you to hold it in. But can you, and this was a big thing for me, can you in that moment write that email, write that text, send that message, and not send the message, say that message and leave it? And then can you go back to it and say, an hour or whenever, and can you read that message and think, if I received this right now, how would I feel? Because
Mm.
often I believe we once we've gone through that emotion, we would never have wanted to send it the way we sent it anyway. And I think, fighting fire, I say this so often, I bet some people are like, here she goes again. But fighting fire with fire only generates more fire. And I know people love this, the drama, the fire, but actually, when you diffuse it and you can see it from a different angle and with more love, it not only makes you feel better about even with whatever response you receive, even if you receive that anger, that whatever back from someone, I think you just know in that moment, I feel like I handled it the best I could. And I think that
Mm.
that really shows like maturity. And not saying
Mm.
the other person's not mature. Let's really not
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah.
any judgments here. But I think it's an absolute game changer. And often I don't want to send that message anymore. I don't want to send that email. I don't want to have that conversation. And I have that time to be like, oh, I can really see from their perspective. And I think that that's a really, really, really powerful technique that I learn, and that has completely changed my mind. Even pausing for a moment and
Yeah.
just, okay, in this moment, I actually don't know how I'm feeling. I'm just gonna really just sit with it for a moment.
Yeah. Like you said, at Soul Odyssey, we actually teach this simple and powerful thing like awareness before reaction.
Mm,
So, like you said, before you act, just pause for 3 to 5 seconds and just observe like what am I thinking, what am I feeling, and what meaning am I giving to this situation.
yes.
And then just that pause breaks that automatic cycle of, because emotions are automatic, it'll come, but whatever the meaning you give changes everything. So if you
Mm,
take that pause and you decide, you become calm, later you actually take a decision which is not reactive but
mm-hmm.
responsive.
Yeah,
You can still say what you want to say
absolutely.
in a better way.
But I also think that a lot of the time when we do that, we're normally coming from a place of like, that's like, don't say that about me. Like, we straight away, we're not actually reacting to the thing at hand. Like, it could be something to do with a child or something. And we're straight away, don't call me, it's actually much deeper than that. It's like what you said, it's almost like a hidden meaning of, I'm not that type of person. And we're reacting to that, but the person isn't actually often saying that. We are the
Yeah,
one that's created that. And then
yes.
that's why it's like this misalignment, and everyone's like, but I didn't say that. But no, but you did. And that's why I think also taking that time to really think about, okay, no, I can see that's a caring mother, or that's, I can see how they're concerned about that, and taking it away from it being a personal attack on yourself, because often it isn't that. It's usually masked in love, in care, and yeah, I think it's, yeah, I really appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. Well, it's been absolutely incredible. Obviously, if there's anything you want to share with the viewers of how they can get involved and find out more about all the incredible things you're doing, like feel free to share that now.
Yeah, before we end, I also want to sincerely thank Dr. Farhan for collaborating with me, for his wisdom, and for supporting this journey. His guidance has shaped this journey and this book in a way I'm truly grateful for. And to the viewers, if I have to say, if anyone listening is feeling confused, stuck, or searching for direction, I hope this pages becomes their gentle companion. And also through Soul Odyssey, I would be glad to support anyone who needs clarity or a small push forward. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. That's really beautiful. And I know that will make his day. And just to add to that, and it's kind of like a private joke that he says, and I know you know about it, but I think it would also make him smile hearing this. He is too a rock star. Because he always calls, I don't know if he calls you it, but he always
Yeah,
calls me
yeah.
a rock star. And he too is well and truly an incredible rock star. And just before you go, if there's anything that you feel off the top of your head, someone listening right now in this moment would really benefit from hearing, what would you tell them?
Um, I'll say if you want to live a happy and peaceful life, just work on self.
Yes, yes. And don't fall into the drama, the chaos, all that. Trust me,
Yeah.
like what we just said, everything will start to fall into place. The more you own and honor you, and that doesn't mean being selfish, just really going back to you, the more you will align with the right people, the right places, the right opportunities. And it's a process, it's a journey, but I believe, and I'm sure you do, that it is really worth it. It's
Yes,
so worth it.
definitely.
And it's not a destination. Keep showing up, keep
Mm.
going, and thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. And yeah, keep showing up, keep creating all the greatness that you're doing, and I will definitely be following your journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.